welcome back to CF Clips. This is the Ermox XT-Pro shotgun. It's a value pump action shotgun that's going to have a lot of nice features built into it, especially when you consider the price. So without further ado, let's dive in just a little bit more. Of course, Panzer, being a Turkish company, is known for making value shotguns across the market. This one in particular has more upgrades than some you may have seen in the past. So, starting with the tip, you can see right up front here, you do have a nice front post sight that's raised up just a little bit, and it does have a fiber optic on the very top as well, red fiber optic sight. So very nice to start out, at least on the front of, or on the tip of this shotgun. Heading back just a little bit farther, you have a polymer grip. This is gonna have your, of course, pump action here. That's going to be what the whole piece here moves. Sometimes you have a little bit of portion that doesn't move. That whole piece right there moves. Not to mention, you also have a Picatinny rail on the bottom portion of that handguard, which is quite nice. That is going to allow you to mount a grip on the bottom, so you can put any sort of grips that you would like to help you grab that and actually actuate that pump action. All right, moving on. As we fall back a little bit farther, you can see that, again, we do have another polymer Picatinny rail up top. So if you wanted to put an optic on here or some sort of sight, you can, absolutely. The iron sights on this are pretty good, though. As you can see right here, we also have our rear circle style rear sight. Overall, it is very easy to acquire your target downrange, and it does work as intended, giving this a little bit of a higher end feel on a Turkish-made shotgun. Falling down just a little bit farther to the bottom of the shotgun, you can see we have where we're going to load in our rounds. Now, it is a 5+1 magazine in that tube there, which is overall a pretty good capacity. Falling back just a little bit farther, we have our lever. We'll release, so that way you can make that happen. Back to that trigger just a little bit farther, and again, you can see we are clear. I do like actuating pump action shotguns. There's something about that sound that's just pleasing. But you can see that the trigger here is in an oval shaped, let me get you a good view of that, an oval shaped trigger guard, and let's see how that trigger really does feel. I'm gonna go ahead and set it down a little bit. You have zero take up on this, so it's right on that wall, and then bang. So just a little bit of take up, a little bit of travel once you, of course, get on that trigger just a little bit. Let me show you that again. So there's just a little bit, I'm trying to give you, it's a fairly heavy trigger. There you go. So just a little bit of movement, and then it breaks. On the reset portion of that trigger, for those of you who may want to be, wow, it's very short too. I did it on accident there. Let me show you one more time. So bang, there goes the trigger. Boom. And then as soon as I release any pressure off that, it pushes your finger forward. So a decent spring there to make that work. Falling down to the grip portion of the shotgun, you have a pistol grip with 3 finger grooves. Now you do have a nicely aggressive rubber texture back here. So being that as it may, rubber's not quite as hardy as a plastic, but what you do get is a very good comfort here. And you also have some cross-pattern texturing right on the front of those finger grooves as well. All in all, this is not going to be a shotgun that's going to fly out of your hands easily, at least from the grip standpoint. Heading up, back behind that trigger, you do have your safety, of course, red being for dead, so I'm going to make sure that's on safety now. But just to give you an example of what the red looks like, sometimes they're a little bit different. It is a nice circular safety switch, and it does actuate very easily. And out of the box, sometimes things are a little bit stiff, so that's nice. Up just a little bit farther, we do have our polymer buttstock here with a very large rubber pad on the back. Now that's going to help with, of course, all that 12 gauge recoil. All in all, it's a pretty solid package, especially for the price that you're going to get this at. I think we all know where you can check that price. With that being said, if you have any experiences with the Ermox XT-Pro, please leave a review down below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless, stay safe. It is time to end.